Chord segments, arcs, and sectors are four words that all have in common that they are special names for different parts of a circle, and in this video we are going to explain exactly what each one means. First, let us draw a circle, and start with chord. A chord is simply a straight line that connects 2 points on the circumference of a circle. So this line here is a chord because it is a straight line, and it connects this point on the circumference to this other point on the circumference. Something important to notice about this chord is that it effectively splits the circle into 2 parts, and this actually brings us to our second term, segments, because each of these 2 parts created by the chord is called a segment. More precisely, we call the smaller part the minor segment, and the larger part the major segment. So if we took a couple more circles and drew chords across each one, we would be splitting them both into minor segments and major segments. This helps us see how a circle can be divided into different size sections. The third term we discover is the arc, which is basically just a section of the circumference itself. So if we take a circle and mark 2 points on the circumference, then the small section between those points would be an arc, and the larger section on the other side would also be an arc. And again, we use the terms minor and major to describe these arcs, so that we can call this bit in pink the minor arc, and this part in purple the major arc. If we go back to our first circle on the left, we can apply the arc terms there as well, because the part of the circumference that surrounds the minor segment will be the minor arc, and the part around the major segment will be the major arc. The last term we need to cover is the sector, which is just a section of a circle like a slice of pizza or cake. It involves 2 radii, which are straight lines that each go from the center of the circle out to the circumference and connect together by an arc. And just like segments and arcs, we really have 2 sectors, a smaller one called the minor sector, which is bounded by the radii and the minor arc, and a larger one called the major sector, which is bounded by the same 2 radii and the major arc. To quickly summarize this video, you can imagine that there are 2 different ways to cut a circle, either straight across with a chord, which will split the circle into a minor segment and a major segment, or we can cut the circle by taking a slice using 2 radii, which will result in a minor sector and a major sector. In both cases, we will also get a minor arc and a major arc, which are the curved parts along the circle's edge. And that is it for this video. Now you have a clear understanding of chord segments, arcs, and sectors, and how each term relates to parts of a circle.